Why my favorite word is stop. I know that sounds really weird, but truly my favorite word in the whole wide world is stop. I notice that we all do a lot of things, and 90% of the time, we don't stop talking about what it is that we want to do. We don't stop, we just keep going. When you are driving a car and you come to a stop sign, you stop. But when you have a problem and you're trying to change it, you talk the problem to death instead of stopping and changing the story or the state. This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Today I'm starting a new challenge on my Facebook group. So if you want to join in it, it is a weight loss challenge because a bunch of my peeps wanted to do it. So today's day one. You're more than welcome to join. The link to my group is in the description below. As always, subscribe, smash the like button, and share my videos. So when you are smoking, and I know a lot of people who smoke, and I don't care if somebody smokes. If they're smoking for reasons that make them happy, great. But what drives me nuts is when people walk around and say, I need to quit smoking. Well, why do you want to quit smoking? Well, I need to quit smoking. Why do you want to quit smoking? Well, it's not healthy for me. I don't like the way I smell. Nothing seems to be working for me. I start asking them a simple, silly question. Well, why did you stop smoking? And at first they're like, I haven't. I'm going out to have a cigarette right now. I wish I could quit. But the more I persist in, why do they stop smoking? Why do they tell me they stop smoking? They will stop smoking. I actually had an ex-boyfriend. He kept telling me, next month I'm going to quit. Next month I'm going to quit. I finally got fed up and started saying, why does he stop? Because you don't quit anything. You don't quit eating. You don't quit breathing. You don't quit running. You don't quit talking about your problems. You actually stop. So when you are manifesting, it means you don't have something. So you need to stop using the word, I'm manifesting something, and start saying, I have something. So you stop using the word manifesting and you replace it with have. So if you stopped manifesting, then you have your desired end. If you have a problem and you stop talking about the problem, it starts to distance yourself from said problem. So again, the smoking analogy. I stopped. I have a problem, so I stopped. I have an issue, I stopped. I have a desire, I stopped. So when you stop, and I use it in my coaching clients, stop. Just stop. If I ask a specific question, I want an answer. And when you go off it, stop. Just think about this for a second. You are wanting to make more money and you're talking about struggle. You need to stop talking about struggling. Because the more you talk about struggling, you don't have money, you have more struggles. If you want to lose weight, again, it's all a word play. We have to stop talking about losing weight and start talking about how we have our ideal body. If you want to get your specific person, you can't run around and go, I'm manifesting my specific person. I'm using the techniques, the tools, and the tips, and they're not working. You have to stop saying manifesting, and it's not working. So what I do to change my life is when I catch myself saying phrases that are not so good. One of my favorite phrases is radio silence. You guys hear me say it a lot. Radio silence was Dad's way of saying shut up. But you know, we really don't like to tell kids to shut up because it's not a nice word, especially when they go to daycare and school and they're like, shut up, shut up, shut up. No, we don't want that. Radio silence, quiet time, silence zone. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different words we could use for it. But if you are saying that your specific person is ignoring you, stop. Why are you ignoring yourself? That stop sign is amazing, because when you catch yourself saying, my specific person is ignoring me, stop. Why do you want to be ignored? Why do you want them to ignore you? And you're going, Susie, that's not true. I don't want them to ignore me. But yes, you do. Somewhere inside of you, you want to be ignored. Number 2, if you are in a situation and you keep hearing a phrase, so you keep hearing you need to manifest your money, you need to manifest the love of your life, you need to manifest weight loss, you need to manifest a new car, and you keep hearing the word manifest. Well, manifest means you're working to get something that you currently don't have. So you need to stop saying manifesting and start saying, I have, it's here. Our words are so dominant that we don't even realize that we're saying the same phrase over and over again. I had a coaching client. She's like, I don't really think about being ignored. I don't think about the fact that I may not see him when I'm with him. I'm enjoying it. She goes, oh, but then yes, when we're separating and going at the end of the night, I'm like, when am I going to see him again? When am I going to see him again? When am I going to see him again? I have another coaching client. As soon as he gets out of sight, bye-bye. He's gone. He's out of sight, out of mind. And as soon as he's out of sight, that handcuff that you think you need to keep them to you breaks. And now you think you have to manifest connection. Well, if you were married, you were living together, you don't need to manifest that connection. They're going to go to work. They're going to go to the store. They're going to go out with their friends. They're going to go bowling. They're going to play video games. They're going to go hunting or fishing. If they're a girl, they're going to meet up with their friends at the mall and they're going to go shopping. They're going to get their hair done, their nails done. They're going to go do things because they're not attached to you 86,400 seconds a day. But you are attached to your thoughts 86,400 seconds a day. And those thoughts are, I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind. He's ignoring me. She's not responding. I'm not going to see her for weeks or months. I'm fat. I'm struggling financially. I'm using all the tools and techniques and tips and they don't work. What if you said stop to all of that noise? I am reading a Wayne Dyer book, and he said that we get thoughts, and they come through our head all the time, and nobody really knows where thoughts come from. And he said to silence your head, you really can't do that. I can. I can literally set a timer and say, actually a lap timer, so it tells me how many minutes, seconds have gone by. And I will set a timer and go, how long can you go without thinking a thought? And I will put the phone down with the timer running and I'll walk away. And I will stand in the patio door and just look out. And I don't think a single thought. I don't think, are the birds singing? Where are the birds? Why don't I see a car driving by? I just stand there and I look. And there's not a single thought in my head. Some people do that when they meditate. So you set a timer and you meditate for 15 minutes and you erase all the thoughts out of your head. That's great. It's fantastic. But if you're going from ignore, radio silence, struggle, frustration, anger, and you go to radio silencing your brain and you stopped all of this chatter, there's nothing over here to replace it. I can't tell you the specific word you are saying that keeps you on that hamster wheel. But I can tell you that if you say stop, I don't want to be like that anymore. Stop. That doesn't serve me anymore. Stop. I don't want to struggle anymore, so stop with the struggle. If you don't come over here and pick a new story, no matter how many times you think that you're changing tools and techniques and trying different things, nothing's actually going to change. So, weight loss, because that's my challenge. I'm standing in the shower this morning, washed my hair, soaped up, get out of the shower, and I have a full length mirror. And I look at the mirror and I'm like, if I had my dream body, what would be different in my reality? I'd have to go shopping and buy new clothes. I would have to go shopping and buy new clothes. That would be the only thing that changes in my reality. I would have to go shopping, because being a 38, 24, 38, it doesn't change the way I do my coaching clients. It doesn't change the way people look at me. It doesn't change the way I eat, because the food I eat whatever I want. If I feel like chocolate cheesecake, I'm going to have a slice of chocolate cheesecake. If I feel like spaghetti, I'm going to eat spaghetti. I don't eat an Atkins diet. I don't eat a keto diet. I eat in moderation. My weight problem stems from a snake bite. It doesn't stem from emotional eating, overeating, stress eating. I don't binge and purge. I'm not what they would classify anorexic. I don't get hungry. So I legitimately just forget to eat. So I'm always told, well, if you forget to eat, your body goes into starvation mode. And since it's in starvation mode, it's storing fat. So anything you eat goes right to your fat. Oh, well, that's wonderful. That's a horrible story to tell somebody. It's not because somebody said, when you eat that third plate of spaghetti because you're working out 3 times a day, you're going to get fat. Because I was like, I'm starving. I worked out 3 times today. Okay, I won't eat that third plate of spaghetti if it makes you happy. But when you throw it out, at least it went in my tummy and down my 2 hollow legs. That's what I used to think. But after the snake bite, my thought pattern changed. And I no longer said the words my daughter did, that I can eat anything I want. I have a fast metabolism. My body processes my food quickly and easily. And whatever it doesn't want, it just gets rid of. I did the Lonnie Anderson and WKRP thing. It doesn't like me. Bye-bye. But we get stuck in our problem, and we need to put that stop sign up. We need to stop talking about it. We need to stop allowing ourselves to think about it. And sometimes we have to penalize ourselves. We have to find a checkpoint. So if you are a coaching client, sometimes I'll give you a checkpoint because you don't realize how many times you said, I'm only telling you that. Well, if you told me that 20 times in 5 minutes, you're thinking it 86,400 seconds a day. The word phrase you are saying in your head, that is your predominant thought, I guarantee you is being reflected back to you. I can honestly say the word phrase when it comes to my weight is probably, I have a fast metabolism. No matter what I eat, I'm always thin. Because I'm constantly hearing that phrase. And I'm like, so maybe I need to adapt that phrase, because now Minion Dave just delivered me something to help me shift. Pay attention to the stories that you are being told by everybody else, because that is the story you're running in your head. And if you don't stop this crazy old story, this new story can never be created, because you're still focusing on, I don't want XYZ, and yet it keeps showing up in my life. Even though I'm doing all the tools and techniques and tips, nothing's changing. Instead of coming over here and saying, I'm doing all the tools, the techniques, and the tips, and everything in my life is drastically changing for the better. I stopped feeding that story that no longer serves me. I changed the state because I stopped living in that state. If you live in Illinois and you move to Missouri, you were born and raised in Illinois, but now you're a Missourian. If you live in the United States and now you move to Italy, you're now an Italian citizen if you got citizenship papers. If you kept your U.S. citizenship, you have dual citizenships. In the United States, we are so noted for saying, what's your race? I'm an American. No, I'm Irish, I'm Italian, I'm Scottish, I'm German, I'm French, I'm Indian, I'm Saudi Arabian, I'm Turkish, I'm Russian. We define ourselves. I'm African. We define ourselves by our roots. So that's a word we don't even realize that we're saying. My son will tell you he's a redneck. What's your nationality? Redneck. He's Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck if you say your nationality is a redneck. Think about it. That's what we're doing 86,400 seconds a day. We are stuck in this state, this story, this vibration, this vortex that we don't want, instead of saying, stop. I'm going to move out of this situation and I'm now going to create this situation. Listen to the words people say to you because they can absolutely positively help you change quickly and easily. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Subscribe, share my videos, smash the like button, and as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.